Alright, court is now in session, ladies and gentlemen. We will begin the trial by today. How you? Good evening, ladies and gents. Welcome back to another Mr.Protato stream. Yeah. I'm gonna be playing this again. I'm just gonna continue the game. Yeah. Wow. I'm so tired most of the time. The defense assert that the defendants instantaneous convinced. What do I do? What do I do here? I don't know. What do I do? I don't know. What should I do about this? I am confused. I will say it's a conjuring trick. It's for justice. As a man of science myself, I dare say it's not possible. No, I can't say it. My client places faith in me. I can't just let him down. What must I give up on? It's not the question. Wait, what must I give up on? Is not the question you have to ask yourself here. It's what can I protect? Hello again, Mr. Naruhodo. It's been far too long. Susato-san? But what are you? Hey! Yo, bro! Come on! We just reunited right now and you're here. Oh, wait, is it because I was fangirling over Miss Test Spells? I am sorry. There'll be time to talk later, Mr. Naruhodo. From now, we must concentrate on the task at hand. Which is working out not what I have to give up on, but what I can protect. Professor Bunnybrain. Yes. Yesterday. Fuck, there's a cockroach right there. What do I do? Wait, give me a sec. It's a cockroach. These guys have malleable bodies. Do I have? Wait, I do have. At the very least. But Mr. I'm gonna have a cockroach. Where'd he go? Holy shit! The fuck is gone? Oh, there he is. There he is. I see him. He's in the door. I'm gonna need something. What do I have that's useful? I can't use that. Get. It's a fucking cockroach. It's huge. The goddamn thing is huge. But I can't use that. Oh, what do I need? The rest of them I'll find out what. Oh, you know what? That's awesome. It's very high up! Oh, blimey. What do I do? What do I fucking do? Oh shit! I'm scared as fuck! Okay. All I need to do is wait for him to get to the it's a cockroach in the room. This bullshit, man. I'm screaming you. You can't do this to me. Oh, that's a little bit more, buddy. No, that's a bit more. Oh my god! I got it! I got the idiot! I got the fucking idiot! Right now. Okay. I can something. Yeah? I hope you don't fly. Don't try to fly. No funny business, buddy. No funny business. do I do? He's huge! He's huge! Okay. I must be very fast. Oh! I have a pet cockroach now! Holy fuck! I caught him! I don't think he's able to escape. Yeah, no, I'm not able to escape. Holy shit! Oh, there we go. You shouldn't be able to escape now. Holy shit! That was a huge cockroach! What the fuck, dude? You're a huge bugger! It's a good thing I like to keep animals in my room. But how did a goddamn cockroach get here? This is the first time this happens. Holy shit. I clean my room really well. Where'd you come from and who are you? Are you gonna lay eggs? Then more of you? He is menacing. He's in a tank, a small little plastic tank that I got. Shit. Is it he or she? I don't know, but for sure, this cockroach isn't getting out. I'm just gonna release the little bugger tomorrow, I guess. Right? That's what I'm gonna do. I don't kill. Even if I do kill, it's gonna attract more, I guess. I don't know. God. Holy shit. What are you doing here? Where the fuck did you come from? Could come from outside though. Yesterday, you told me that science is the pursuit of truth. Well, my job is to pursue the truth too. Yes, of course. And personally, I believe that you didn't stab Mr. Asmund. I think you've come to realize something yourself too, haven't you? That your experiment and the machine you built with the victim are questionable. The truth behind that is what we must both pursue now. Oh, that cockroach is so menacing. I'm gonna put him somewhere else first. I don't want to look at him. It's fucking gross. Disgusting little bastard. Stay in that tank. If you know what's good for you. Holy shit, there's a cockroach. Oh. Goddamn cockroaches, man. Scary motherfucks, man. Ooh. So you finally open your eyes. What? And as for you, Albert, you can't ignore this any longer. Ah. Having heard my learned friend's assertion, don't you have something to say? I'm so... Barrack! I think I need to do something real quick here. Why is it like that? There we go. Hopefully. Lord Van Zeeks. Gosh, I've never heard him speak that way before. In truth, there is one thing. Something I've remembered that's of relevance. What? On the day it happened, just before I began the experiment, I saw a man near the stage. A man holding that crossbow. I beg your pardon? God blimey. Fuck yeah. We found a man. It's a man holding a crossbow. Professor, did the man have any distinguishing features? What did he look like? Taller than me, and thinner than me, with straight hair, straighter and whiter than mine. That's not a big help, isn't it? Let me see. One less lens than me. 2, a monocle, a rather stylish black monocle. Okay, that helps a little bit. But one thing in particular will help to positively identify the man, you see. I know him very well. After all, he's the engineer who built my invention. What? He built the machine? That's right. Mr. Asmund introduced him to me a year ago. He's a man by the name of... Enoch Drebber. Enoch Drebber. Drebber? Does this name mean something? Members of the jury seem flustered. Not a name any scientist wishes to hear. The man's an abomination. Not a name any conjurer wishes to hear either. I don't know what to voice that man. They're always changing each stream. Who on earth is he? I'm afraid this isn't the first tale of this nature that I've heard in scientific circles in connection with that name. There's talk of a flamboyant experiment that turned out to be nothing but stage trickery in the end. Obviously, the rascal is after the government's research grant money. Magicians are in need of money. I've heard of them resorting to these underhand tactics. Some acquaintances of mine with experience of such things have mentioned Enoch Drebber's name before. Excuse me. The man is both an engineer and a magician, yes. We're dealing with an unparalleled confidence trickster here. That's Enoch Drebber for you. God blimey. This man's dead. For real though. So, it was trickery all along. For show. Is the camera in the right position? I doubt it. Something's wrong here. I'm gonna fix it real quick. I need to get a new dock. Yeah. Camera off. Yeah, there we go. Ah, gosh, something happened. Okay. That was a bad idea. Don't try it. My invention. Wait, must I restart then? Shoot, I think I need to restart my game because I can't hear anything. Okay. Wait, I didn't finish reading that. You know what? We'll check it out later. I need to restart the game. And turn off the text, please. We're done here. We're done. Ow. Okay. Restart the game real quick. And before that, I do wish to set something. There we go. There we go. There we go. That should do somehow. What is wrong with this equipment tonight? All right, play. Play. Testing. Okay, that should do then. Holy shit. First there was a cockroach and now this. Should I move to a better... too big. There we go, that should do better. Why is the mouth so open? Okay, this should do somehow. Gosh. Finally, okay. Let's check out what the history first. So it's Enoch Drebber for you. So it's true then. My invention, my great machine was just a grand illusion. That's pretty sad, actually, considering what we've just heard about Mr. Drebber's character. I'm sorry to say that sounds increasingly likely. Even though no one believed in it, I wanted to. I wanted to believe that the machine would function exactly as my hypothesis predicted. Which is why you were so opposed to its being investigated, I presume. I knew that if the machine was examined in detail, its construction would give away my hypothesis. What? Oh, I clicked on this. Obviously, I didn't want that to happen. But at the same time, I knew that if it was found to be nothing more than a trick, then a work of deception, then everything I'd worked towards, all my research, all my dreams, my whole life would be over. I was terrified at the prospect. So you really had no idea then, did you? About the true nature of the machine that was built and the true nature of Mr. Drebber. I never questioned anything. I didn't want to question it. It's entirely possible that Mr. Asman and Mr. Drebber were working together to use you as a means of fraudulently acquiring the research grant money. God blimey. Oh. When I announced my invention to the crowds that day, it was the finest moment of my career. I pulled all the levers and turned all the dials in exactly the way Drebber had described. I think Mr. Asman has made enemies, and he didn't pay Mr. Drebber, which is why Mr. Drebber took matters into his own hands and killed the sod, the dishonest sod. Oh wait, that wasn't it. Okay, that will do. Yeah, that's probably the case. When the smoke suddenly stopped billowing out, I panicked. I didn't know what was happening. Indeed, neither do I. But I really don't know how the whole illusion was made to work. I don't know anything anymore. God blimey, the poor sod though. The poor man. Let me confirm one final point with you, Professor. Do you now consent to the prosecution submitting the necessary paperwork to release your invention from the protection afforded by the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act? Yes, please, go ahead. I'm very sorry. The poor sod, man. I feel bad for him. It would appear that we shall have to suspend proceedings for the remainder of the day now. Lord Van Zeeks, my lord, the court has newly been made aware of another party whose involvement in this matter is critical. Yes, Mr. Drebber. Gather information about the man. If possible, I should like him served with a subpoena. Subpoena? How do you pronounce that? Let me check real quick, yeah? Real quick. Oh, it is subpoena. Oh, subpoena. Right. Subpoena! Alright, I got it. It's subpoena. Let's do this. Back to the game. With pleasure, my lord. Now, counsel for the defense? Yes, my lord. When we reconvene, I shall be looking for one thing and one thing alone from you. Evidence that the defendant is innocent of the crime for which he presently stands accused. I understand. Good. In that case, this court is adjourned until tomorrow morning. Okay, let's see now. Oh, bye-bye. Now I'm hungry. I didn't eat dinner, but I did have a late lunch. The defense antechamber. Why is he bowing? He's British. Mr. Naruhodo! Yes. I am so sorry. I was wrong. You were right. I tricked you. You trusted me. I dragged you into my mess. Oh, how did it ever come to this? I'm so sorry. Did you really have no idea, Professor? About what Mr. Drebber was really up to, I mean? About what he was really constructing? Naturally. That machine was the embodiment of my hypothesis, of all my hopes and dreams. I had complete faith in it. Excuse me. All right, in that case, I won't say any more. Now, sadly, the murder accusation against you still stands. So we must do as much investigation as we can before the trial resumes tomorrow. Oh. Well, thank you for doing so much for me. Okay, that's it. You're welcome. But Susato, you're back. My best friend, if anything. I'm sorry for arriving late this morning, Mr. Naruhodo. Arriving? Did you see my postcard? I wanted to let you know when I'd arrive. Postcard? What postcard? I hid it from you, Runo, so it would be a surprise. Well, did it work? I was surprised, all right. Especially when she threw me to the ground. It's probably because of test spells. I'm sorry, Susato. It was nothing. Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I was just so happy to see you again that it sort of slipped out. Maybe we could stick to more traditional displays of emotion in future. Susie's train was late into London Victoria this morning, you see. But we made the coachman really whip the horses hard so she didn't miss the whole trial. I was watching you from the gallery for a while, but in the end, I was afraid I couldn't contain myself. Maybe next episode for the Ace Attorney, I'll try to use their new outfits, the DLCs. Let's try that, shall we? Well, I'm glad you didn't. Oh! Having you at my side in court gives me the strength I need to win. So, I'm delighted to see you back in London. Oh, you're too kind, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm delighted to be here. So what of Mr. Natsume? How is he? God blimey, not now. It's back. And now I have to restart the game. Ah. Yeah, I need to get a new, what's it called? A new dock. Because this dock is bad. Yes, I'm using a laptop. Okay. Let's save here. Wait, what's wrong with the game? No. No. You cannot be. Can't be. How dare you? Ah. Task manager. How dare you? Why like this? This one, yeah. And the task right about now. I'm so sad. But at least I don't have to voice those things. I'll just get straight to the point. I don't know if I'll be editing it. Gosh. Why is this happening tonight? First a cockroach. What did I do? Well, we just have to like... Yeah, continue on. Doesn't it have an autosave feature at the very least? Didn't it? No, it didn't. Okay. I am just going to skip all of this. Oh, shit. I thought it has an autosave feature. What is this? Now I have to go from here again. Yeah, your hypothesis. Found nothing more than a trick, than a work of deception. I'm never messing with this again. I'm gonna need a new dock. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna buy an expensive one soon. I wonder. Nothing. Alright. I never questioned anything. I didn't want to question it. It's entirely that Mr. Asman and Mr. Depot were working together to use you as means of fraudulently acquiring the research grant money. Was it cheap, though? That's a good question. Excuse me. Oof. I should edit it. I don't know. We'll see about that. A lot of A lot of stuff happening tonight. I'll be lazy to edit it, but I'll try my best to edit this out. So I'll be like, yo. But I really don't know. The whole illusion was made to work. I don't know anything anymore. Okay, whatever. Necessary paperwork to release your invention from the protection afforded by the Special Dispensation Scientific Equipment Act. Please go ahead. I'm very sorry. Well, that ends that. It would appear that we shall have to suspend proceedings for the remainder of the day now. Lord Van Zeeks, my lord, the court has newly been made aware of another party's involvement in this matter is critical. Yes, Mr. Trevor. Get information about the man, if possible. I should like him served with his subpoena. With pleasure, my lord. Now, counsel for the defense. Yes, my lord. When we reconvene, I shall be looking for one thing alone from you. Evidence that the defendant is innocent of the crime for which he presently stands accused. Understand? Good. In that case, this court is adjourned until tomorrow morning. Finally. Never again will I touch the camera. What is wrong with this thing? I'll fix my setup, but tomorrow or later, whenever I feel like it. Bunny brain. Sorry, I was wrong. You were right. I tricked you. You trusted me. I dragged you into my mess. Oh, how did it ever come? I thought I saw a cockroach fly. Did it escape? No, I doubt it. It's still in there, right? It's still in there. It'd still be in that fucking thing. Okay. Thank God it's still in there. If I have a predator fish, if I have a monster fish, I'd feed it to my fish immediately. Without any hesitation. My buddy would love that, but unfortunately I have only goldfish. So, yeah. In that case, I won't say any more. Now, Sally, the murder accusation against you still stands, blah, blah, blah. It's gonna be the worst stream tonight. I might want to end it early because I fucking hate this stream. So much shit happening. Alright, here we are. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to skip the whole thing. So, Mr. Protato, arriving late. Did you receive my postcard? I wanted to let you know when I arrived. Postcard? What postcard? I had it from you, Bruno. It would be a surprise. Well, did it work? It was a surprise, right? Especially when she threw me to the ground. Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I was just so happy to see you again that it sort of slips out. Maybe we could stick to more traditional displays of emotion in the future. So this train was late to London's Victoria. We made a coachman. Really, what the hell? So you didn't miss the whole trial? I'm going to gradually build up. I was watching from the gallery for a while, but in the end, I'm afraid I couldn't contain myself. Well, I'm glad you didn't. Having you at my side gives me strength, so I'm delighted to see you back in London. Oh, you're too kind, Mr. Protato. I'm delighted to be here. I hope I can continue to be of service to you. Of course, so what's brought you back? Did Professor Mikotoba not protest? Let's save all that conversation for we're back at home, shall we? You know, I've made one of my most special blends ever for this special occasion. Oh, Iris, how wonderful. I can't wait. Finally. Fucking end. Susato-san was back in London. It's hard to describe how happy that made me feel at the time. But despite my elation, our tale was about to take yet another extraordinary turn. Ugh. Fucking hell, man. This night. Alright, I'm gonna extend the stream, I guess. That's what I'm gonna do. 10:45 would be 1 hour, I assume. then let's see. Maybe 11. I don't know. We'll see. I'll think about it. 11:30. That should do well. That should do well. So another extended 30 minutes, I guess, or 15 minutes. I don't know. But if 11 is 15, then another 30. Yeah, another 45 minutes. I have to record something after this as well.
Oh, this room. It's been too long. It hasn't changed in the slightest, though. It's been some 6 months, hasn't it? That's a long time for things to stay so familiar.
I don't know when you might return, and I wanted everything to be as you'd left it. But it has been some 6 months, it's true.
So is your father all right, Susie? What happened? My father?
Yes, Professor Mikotoba. I mean, it was half a year ago that you went back to Japan. Because of the telegram you received saying he'd fallen ill with a very high fever for some unknown reason.
That's right. So I was surprised to learn you'd be coming back so soon. Surprised but happy.
He lied to us.
I think I wrote about in my letter to you that it was all a trick. My father is in fine health, and I'm obviously very relieved about that.
Well, we're all delighted to have you back.
It was quite by an accident that I've been able to return to Europe, actually. It's because of a very grand conference called the International Forensic Science Symposium.
The International Forensic. That's the same symposium Lord Strongheart mentioned.
Anyway, I've arrived safe and sound, and all that matters is that I'm here now. After all, I haven't yet fulfilled my promise to you, Iris. Oh!
You must tell us everything that happened while you were back in Japan.
Yes, of course I shall.
Well, she was an attorney, if anything. And there's one other thing. Something you wrote in your letter that particularly grabbed my attention. About you-know-who. About Kazuma. What?
I know. I'll tell you all that I can.
Okay, let's go. I want to know about Kazuma first.
After my friend Ray's trial, the reporter who actually killed Miss Brett said something very strange.
I know the truth. I know you had a hand in what went on. In what visiting student's fate. I can't remember his voice, so I'm just gonna wing it. Nobody here in Japan knows anything about it. They don't know what the guy never made. You know, that the guy never made it to England. That he died on that steamship. That he'll never.
Obviously, I couldn't ask him to elaborate at that time.
I want to really understand this. Well, it's already now. We know that Kazuma's alive. They don't know that the guy never made it to England. Oh. And that he'll never come back.
Paleo visited the man in his prison cell and asked him about what was going on with Kazuma-sama.
What did you learn?
After he died on the voyage to Great Britain, his body should have been unladen at the port of Hong Kong and passed into the care of the consulate staff here.
Should have been.
Well, it turns out that his body never arrived. It's just disappeared.
What? Kazuma's body vanished?
Our government tried to cover the fact up, it seems. They erected a grave on the cliffs of our hometown. Except Kazuma-sama isn't here, isn't there.
Did Professor Mikotoba know about this?
Yes, it would seem that he did. But he didn't tell me. They're still investigating what happened to Kazuma's body as we speak.
Okay. Yep, we know now what's about to happen. I just don't believe it. And what is this acute feeling of apprehension I have all of a sudden? Yeah, I'm gonna start with the Kazuma mystery. Thinking back now, some of the things that's happened on the SS BUNGAAA were definitely strange. I mean, after he died, we never saw his body again, did we? Could it be that he's actually still alive?
Stop it, Mr. Naruhodo. It's too much to bear.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Just thinking about the possibility pains me so very much.
Yeah, how could he do that to us? I shed tears for the man.
Cast your mind back for a moment, Mr. Naruhodo. When Kazuma-sama was discovered, Mr. Shams was there, wasn't he? And he definitely examined the body. I remembered it clearly.
You're right. So if Kazuma hadn't actually been dead at all, it would mean that Mr. Shom had lied to us.
But there's no reason why he would possibly have done such a thing.
I suppose that's true, yes. Wait, but he has been keeping a secret from us for a while now.
The idea that he might still be alive somewhere. It wants to fill me with hope, but I can't let it. Because if it turned out not to be true,
I feel like I want a snack now.
then I'd be back at the bottom of that awful pit of despair again.
You know, I'll give it another 15 minutes.
I'm terrified of what that might do to me.
You know, after the conversation, I might get a snack. Oh, Mrs. Sato. I know she's given the idea the thought it deserves. It's Susato-san we're talking about after all. So I probably shouldn't push it now. Gosh. Alright, we're done with the cover mystery. Giselle Brett, that's the next thing I want to ask. I don't want to read this one. Oh, you know, I'm going to read it. That woman whose unforgivable actions ended in me being wrongly accused of a crime I didn't commit. The murder of Dr. John H. Wilson. Yes, Giselle Brett. That's a name I won't forget for as long as I live.
The extraordinary thing is, though, it seems it's a name we should all forget.
Sorry.
Since the incident, our government intelligence services have been investigating Miss Brett. But it turns out that English woman by the name of Giselle Brett didn't actually exist.
What? Didn't exist? How can that be? Okay.
It was a pseudonym. Her real name was Shin.
Shin?
And she wasn't a visiting student either. That was a front.
Is that why she was wearing that mask? A front? Who on earth was she then?
Miss A. Shin, her name is literally all our intelligence services have been able to ascertain about her. Nobody knows why or even how she came to be in Japan. It's all a complete mystery.
But that makes no sense. It's no easy task to be accepted as a foreign student anywhere. What could the woman have been up to?
I'm afraid I don't know. I really don't know. The only thing we can be sure of is that she had some business in our country that we don't yet understand.
Okay, I believe she's from Britain. I believe it's all connected, if anything. Well, all the questions surrounding her existence remain unanswered.
I'm afraid so.
A. Shin. Who on earth was she? And why do I feel as though I've heard that name before somewhere? Huh? 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 Back in Britain.
When I first arrived back in Japan, I really thought I'd never be allowed to return to Britain. But curiously, after that awful trial at the Supreme Court, Father's mood changed entirely.
The awful trial? Oh yes. For the murder of Giselle Brett.
Oh, you dressed as a man then, didn't you, Susie? Oh, well, yes. Since women are forbidden in the courtroom, I had no choice. Wow, amazing! I wish I'd seen it, don't you, Bruno?
Yes, well, I suppose so.
I want to play at being a lawyer now. I can wear a false mustache, maybe.
I don't think any mustache could hide
the fact that you're just 10 years old, Iris. There's something else I've been wanting to ask you, Mr. Sato. It's about the real reason why Professor Mikotoba summoned you back to Japan. You said in your letter it was something to do with that convict's loot we found at Mr. Natsume's lodging. Oh, okay. That's right. The very large dog collar we found with the bee emblem on it. It seems Mr. Natsume included a drawing of the collar in the report he submitted about his time in Great Britain. I understand that when my father saw the report, he turned as white as sheet. Oh, okay. Why would that be? Father came to Britain himself, of course, to study. It was some time ago, but he stayed for 6 years. I can only imagine that something must have happened during that time. But if he refuses to tell me what it was, then I intend to find the answers for myself. And I've decided that I, for one, won't keep any more secrets. Oh, Susie! That's a very meaningful look Susato-san's giving Iris there. Forensic Science Symposium. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting hungry. Lord Strongheart mentioned something about the symposium too. I think he said that investigative authorities from 40 different countries would attend. Oh, okay. Yeah, so from Japan, my father and Judge Jigoku have been invited. Oh, he's here! That's good to know. It's something of an honor, I believe. Well, Professor Mikotoba is the leading experiment in forensic medicine in our country, after all. But who's the other person you mentioned? A judge, did you say? Yeah, you know, that His Excellency. Yes, His Excellency, Judge Seishiro Jigoku. You've met him, Mr. Naruhodo. Last year in the Supreme Court. You can't possibly have forgotten. Yeah, you can't forget that man. I love the dude. That terrible trial of yours when you were accused of murder. Ah, yes. I try to think of that as a positive turning point in my life these days. Ooh. Well, it was Judge Jigoku who presided over the trial. Oh, okay. If I'm perfectly honest, I'd be happy never to see that man's face again in my life. Oh, well, anyways, as father was invited to the symposium, he agreed to me returning to Britain too. He won't actually arrive until next month, but, well, I couldn't wait. So I pleaded with him, and in the end, he agreed to let me going on ahead. Yes, about this symposium. It seems as though Lord Strongheart has put in an awful lot of work to make it happen. It's obviously very important. I believe it is, yes. As I understand it, Lord Strongheart organized the entire event himself. I think he's hoping that by achieving exceptional results, he'll get the job of Attorney General. The most senior position in the British justice system. Wait, who's getting what now? Lord Strongheart, then. He's hoping to use his power to create the world's finest policing institution. That's what Father said anyway. Apparently, it's Lord Strongheart's lifelong ambition. Does Professor Mikotoba know Lord Strongheart personally, then? I wonder. Actually, Lord Strongheart gave me a long speech all about this very subject only yesterday. Right. We fell asleep. But I sort of lost the will to live early on and didn't really listen to much of it. How trying for you. All right. So I could get a snack for now. I want to get a snack. Be right back. I'm hungry.
Alright, I got it. Tapioca cracker in cheese, mate. Let's goddamn go. The game's too loud for my ears. I'm gonna reduce the volume. Got my snack, if anything. Okay, let's present everything. Let's see if we can. About this paper, Mr. Sutton.
Yes, it's all about the great exhibition. I've been dreaming about it, you know?
I was sorry that you were going to miss it. You were when you were called back to Japan.
So was I. I felt desperately unlucky. But here I am, back in London while it's underway. It's a dream come true.
Yeah, she's cute, if anything. Perhaps you're not as lucky as you thought then. Let me help you prepare a body by now. Let's get. Yeah, go! But Van Zees as well. Your luck might not stretch that far. Haha. Hell yeah! Well, yes, it feels like I would be me. Without it now. Oh dear, there seems to be a thread coming loose. She's so wife. She is so wife. She is so wife. Okay, okay. Okay, touch spells can't be like this, but... God damn. Nothing else I see. Alright, let's go investigating. Where we can't move. Oh, how about Iris?
It must be about a year ago now. I wrote a really long story based on some of my father's old notes. It's about one of Hurley's greatest exploits. I call it the Hound of Baskervilles.
But then Mr. Michonne forbade you from publishing it. And put the manuscript somewhere nobody could get their hands on it.
So nobody knows anything about it apart from Hurley and I. But for some reason, you knew the title of it. Didn't you, Susie? It was also exciting. The Hounds of the Baskervilles. I would love you to read it.
Okay, I'm eating as I go, so I'm gonna lower down. Let's read it normally then. And you wouldn't tell me how you'd come to know it. Ah. Yes, but I made you a promise that I would explain one day, didn't I? I think it's time. Oh? Oh? I gotta stop the stacks for a bit.
I'm only sorry I've had to keep it from you for so long, Iris.
The Hound of the Baskervilles. What is this now?
It was completely by accident that I came to know the title of your manuscript, Iris. It was a short while before we left Japan. I was cleaning my father's study and I saw something on his writing desk. A large box of papers. There was a label affixed to the box that was written in English. It read, "The Hound of the Baskervilles."
Wait, did he send it all the way to Japan? What?
My Baskerville story? Of course, I had no idea what it was at the time. But Father came in and...
Susato, what are you doing? Okay.
Oh, Father!
Did you look at those papers?
No, I simply read the label, that's all.
Well, put it out of your mind.
Sorry?
Forget it that you ever saw it. And certainly don't tell anybody about this. Do you understand? Oh, okay. He was scary. He was very stern about it. But what was Iris's manuscript doing in Japan? It's probably from Shond.
I have no idea. But when I heard Iris mention the word Baskerville that day, the title just slipped out. I would never have guessed. There was an unpublished account of one of Mr. Shum's exploits. When I returned to Japan, I asked Father to explain, but he refused to answer any of my questions. There was no signs of the big box in his office.
Was it burnt away?
That's really all I know about it. I've no doubt that Father has a very good reason for being so secretive about it, but still. I've made up my mind to explain myself. To both of you. Well, thank you for being so honest, Susie.
I'm losing my groove, but that's cool.
So, Mr. Naruhodo, I'm ready to start investigating if you are. I've committed every detail about the case to memory. And Iris has told me about the disturbing happenings at the Waxwork Museum as well.
So, you're fully abreast of the situation already, Mr. Sato. I expected nothing less, to be honest.
I would think our first port of call should be to investigate Mr. Dibber, the engineer responsible for building the elaborate machine that was used to effect this extraordinary trick.
Yes, a conjuring of sorts, but the sound of it well known in the field of science and magic.
Then we need to go and arrest him.
Well, yes. We must know the truth behind this case, so I agree. We really do need to find the man.
That sounds like it's a case of tracking someone down. Which is a job for the police or a great detective.
Are we supposed to guess who she might be thinking of? We don't have much time, so we need to get started straight away, I think.
Good idea. Well, best of luck then.
Oh, you're not coming today?
I've got to Brixton Road shortly. We're to Brixton Lot shortly for the herb market. But let me know later how you got on, won't you?
Alright, sure then. Have a good time. Susie. I mean, wait, no. Nom. Finally. Oh, a new location. What could that be? I wanna go here! Prison Lord Chief Justice Office. I know the Shoms will be there, so I'm gonna go Mr. Spells first. Yeah. Madame to Spells.
Oh my, no wonder it's called the House of Horrors. I'd like to turn on my heels and go straight home via the confectionery.
Being scared makes you crave sweets. I can understand that.
I was looking forward to a reunion after 6 months away, but there's no sign of Mr. Shoms anywhere.
That's strange. He should be here investigating the abduction of the waxwork. Oh well, I suppose we'll just have to come back again later. Alright, let's examine first. Let's have some fun, yeah? God blimey! What horrifying scene, a murder caught in a grisly act. I know. In case you're wondering, it's the one with the big knife that's supposed to be the killer. Yeah. Did you know about, according to the description, the bathtub at the back has no particular significance? Huh? Really? But it meant to show that the killer was also worked in a bathhouse. I don't think there's bathhouses in England, I assume? Aha! We have a new theory. Criminal wares. No, wait. Please do not touch the statues, defo. Oh, the body's gone. Ah, yes, the heavy curtains. No, how boy. Whatever's on the other side of them, just know it's going to be terrifying, don't you?
The sign says it's Meditative Spell's special exhibit.
Yeah, it's a special exhibit. It's gone.
It seems you have to pay extra to go inside.
I know. Can you believe that? Pay more money, as if we haven't been scared enough already.
It's not my doing, Mr. Naruhodo. This one's posture reveals his weakness.
Sorry.
The killer's stance leaves him wide open to attack.
I knew you was gonna do this.
I'm quite sure I could see him off. With a Susato's takedown, then a Susato squash, and finally a Susato smash.
Whoa, what's Susato smash?
Right. If that doesn't render the culprit unconscious, a Susato slam should finish him.
A Susato slam?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's rather hard to explain. Leave yourself open slightly and I'll demonstrate.
Absolutely not. I'm tough, but not that tough. Wait, was this his last time?
Ah, there's a step ladder here. Look.
I think perhaps we should let the proprietress know that someone had left it out. Step ladder, I mean. Something wrong? I feel as though I've managed to sidestep an argument. Ah, it's gone, yeah? That old policeman isn't here now, obviously. I still can't believe he just happened to be on duty, though. I understand that London has a population of 6 million people, and yet, you do seem to run into the same people disproportionately often, don't you? Small country, huh? Oh, that's it. Okay. We'll be off then. Let's go to Sean's suite. Let's see if anyone's here. Do you think Sean is here? Nah, he's not. Yeah, not even Iris. Oh, there. Wait, is that Winter Schnee? Winter Schnee from Ruby? Oh, who's that standing beside Lord Strongheart?
I wonder. I've never seen her before.
Hello, Winter Schnee. Probably a Von Karma descendant. I have that feeling that it's a Von Karma descendant. Ah, the young man of the court. You had some success this morning, I understand. And you've thrown the entire government into disarray as a result. The only well-written character from Ruby? Maybe. Oh, you mean because of Professor Bunny Bryan's experiment? Sham science being demonstrated at London's Great Exhibition. The country's been made to look foolish, and now politicians are scrabbling to respond. Lord Van Zeek's in is in Whitehall as we speak, giving an emergency briefing. Oh dear, I didn't mean to cause any trouble. None of this is your responsibility. The government is entirely to blame for having been taken in. The special dispensation that prevents investigation at the scene will be annulled later today. Now, not maybe, but facts. Okay. Once that happens, my forensic investigation team will move in and deal with that scrap metal in no time. It's scrap metal now, is it? Oh my god, Winter Schnee! Until later then, Lord Strongheart. Yes, thank you. Who is she? Now I'm gonna have my snack. What was that? Ah, it's not a Von Karma. It's not a Von Karma descendant. That was Dr. Courtney Seed, Scotland Yard's esteemed chief coroner. She's leading the forensic investigation team handling of this case. She was just delivering her report about the victim and is, in fact... Oh, I see. About Mr. Asmund. Following the outcome of this trial earlier, I asked Coroner's office to reevaluate its findings. I don't have time to tell you what she concluded. If you want to know, you have to ask her directly. You can find her in the forensics laboratory. Right. Now, what were you here to see me about? I can give you 7 minutes and 39 seconds of my time, so it's not running quite so spectacularly late anymore. I'm just gonna read it because I'm wanting to eat snacks. What exactly is the forensic investigation team that you mentioned before? The British Empire's police force must become the most exemplary in the world. For that to happen, it's imperative that we embrace forensic science and everything it has to offer. I first created the forensic investigation team a year ago, now unofficially, of course, to pave the way. Goodness, a year ago? Oh, blimey. Now, next my symposium, I intend to present the results of their work to the world. Once I do that, the House of Lords will be powerless to oppose the creation of a full-scale forensics division. And once that happens, the position of Attorney General will be mine, and criminals will suffer dearly.
Oh, guys, Carrie.
What do you mean? For too long, those scoundrels have made a mockery of our legal system with false evidence and bribes. But London's scum is about to be rounded up and burnt into the files of hell. I intend to see it personally. By creating the finest police force the world has ever known, to protect our honor and our future. Look at those eyes, he means every word. Dr. Seed is an extremely reliable coroner. When I officially establish the forensic division at Scotland Yard, she will run it as my right-hand woman. Now then, speaking of symposium, Miss Migatoba.
Oh, yes, my lord.
Your father should be on the high seas as we speak, making his way here to represent the Empire of Japan.
Yes, that's right. I understand he will arrive at the beginning of next month.
Are you acquainted, Lord Strongheart? With Professor Migatoba, I mean. It was many years ago now, but yes. I remember Dr. Migatoba very well. Oh, Doctor. Let's ask him. If my memories serve, it was some 15 years ago now that your father came to Britain as a visiting student. It was the years I was born, so yeah, 16 years ago in fact. Vtuber was a young practitioner of forensic science, and Jigoku accompanied him as a young, promising judge. Oh, they were friends! Right, they were. The punctiliousness as of Japanese at the time impressed us greatly. Not that I wish to imply impoliteness or carelessness on your part in any way. I didn't think of you that you were. Dr. Migatoba studied forensics at one of London's large hospitals. St. Sinners, if I'm mistaken. Dr. Seed was also there then, as it happened. Oh, okay. Then Dr. Seed knows my father, does she? She was a young medical assistant at the time, so I doubt their paths crossed regularly. But I have no doubt they knew each other superficially. After all, Dr. Migatoba was here studying his subject for some 16 years in total. 6 years, that's a long time to be studying abroad, isn't it? I'm just gonna lightly read it.
I've lived with my grandmother in those years.
So he left his newly born daughter behind and went overseas for 6 whole years.
It was a rather turbulent time at home.
Oh.
Perhaps father wanted a reason to get away.
What do you mean? Well, clearly something was going on at the time. Well, I'm not going to ask her then. How about Lord Van Zeeks? What's going on with the man? I want to ask you about Lord Van Zeeks, actually. I heard that his older brother was killed some years ago by a mass murderer known as the Professor, who was targeted by nobles and royalty, is that right? You Japanese are a thorough lot. You've done your research well, yes. And you could say it was that very incident that gave rise to the Reaper. What? Why? When his brother, Clint Van Zeeks, was murdered, it was just after young Barrick had graduated from University of London and become a prosecutor, excuse me, when obvious criminals who managed to evade conviction in court started disappearing. Rumors quickly spread throughout the capital. Londoners started to say that wherever Barrick Van Zeeks went, the ghost of his dead brother wasn't far behind. Oh, that's the curse. That seems to be the curse then.
Oh my word!
So Lord Van Zeeks isn't the Reaper, it's the ghost of his brother. Ever since that time, he became a very aloof figure in London's legal circles. Ooh. Oh yes, looks alright. Go ahead. It's about Professor Bunnybrain's experimental machine. We'd like your permission to examine its remains if possible. Are you well versed in science then? Yes, I am. I'm very well versed in science. Well, for one, I was a building services engineering student. For two, I was a health safety officer one time. And for three, I got a lot of A's throughout my time growing up as a kid in science. So I can confidently say that I'm a science guy. Not in the slightest. In fact, you could say I was barely aware of the subject at all until recently. Lord Strongheart asked. That's the guy. The man who asked is him. Not you. That's him. Well, the special dispensation legally preventing investigation of the machine is currently being annulled. In a few hours, Dr. C's team of forensic experts will begin their own investigation. But I suppose until then, there's no harm in you looking at the wreckage as long as you touch nothing. Thank you. Being able to look at it is better than nothing. I'll be able to see it too. Your time is up. You'll have to excuse me now, I'm afraid. My next engagement is calls.
We are extremely sorry to have troubled you when you are so busy, my lord.
I have important matters to attend to in preparation for a symposium, you understand. Alright, let's move. I want to see the laboratory. Let's meet this lady. Whoa! This office though. So I assume that's the autopsy table. And we're going to be working with fingerprints and all that stuff. I'm done with the snack now. I believe this is it. Dr. C's laboratory. That chemical smell really assaults the nose. And there's plenty to assault the eyes in here too.
It looks as though the doctor isn't here. But we're here now, so we might be as well do some sightseeing, don't you think?
What a seasoned tourist you've become, Mr. Sato. We could just have a little look around, being careful not to upset any restless souls. I don't want to look around, too lazy. You know what? Let's have a look around. So over here we have the autopsy table. Sharp tool and each isolation. Oh, that looks quite innocent. Yeah, they are horribly disturbing. God blimey. Wonder though. I tried on bookwork with this chemicals true. Or a really terrible sense of smell. Look at all those bottles on the shelves in the cabinets. What an assortment of chemicals. Highly toxic. That's worrying because there are also things that look like salt and pepper shakers in there. Oh. Exactly, they actually just say salt and pepper on them. Oh. That's not safe. Life goes on even when you're surrounded by death.
Look at this big thick book here. It appears to be accounting ledger. Forensic investigation team spending. Oh, better not look at that. Oh, what is it? Team purchases various equipment and supplies on a month basis, but one entry seems rather strange. Huh? Really? In what way? They're buying 500 scalpels every month. Okay. 500? They must be working really hard to dissect corpses. I don't know. Judicial autopsies are only carried out in certain special circumstances. Scalpel blades can be sharpened too. It does seem a bit strange. You're right. 500 scalpels a month. What could they possibly be using them for? What are you doing here? Okay, there she is. Oh, what a cold look. She looks dead. Sorry, we had something we want to ask you, but you weren't here, so... So you thought you'd snoop around? That's acceptable to you people from the East, is it? Well, what do you want? Lord Strongheart told us, you see... that it was you who examined the victim's body. Mr. Asman's body, I mean? So we came to ask you about your findings. Oh, I should just wrap up soon then. On Lord Strongheart's advice. Yeah, this is the worst stream, one of the worst streams. But I'm gonna save here. I think I'm gonna end it here. Alright, we'll know more about this lady soon. Maybe next week. For now, I need to work, prepare the thumbnails, new thumbnails of course, and blah blah blah. Thanks for coming everybody. Goodbye.